Hello there everyone! In this episode of Nasty Dioramas I will show you how I created abandoned laboratory with creepy Pokemons. Let's begin this nasty diorama with water Pokemon, so
Squirtle.
Of course in a little bit twisted way. And here I will begin with sculpting head, because later it's much easier to scale body if I have already head prepared. As you can see, he got already twisted actually, but that's interesting, I guess. You may be thinking why something like that pop out in my mind, and that's because I saw on YouTube few videos about making Pokemons and I decided to do something also, but with my own little bit creepy idea. Okay, so we are doing now some shell for our cute turtle. Nothing complicated here, actually making here some shell pattern and adding some damage to make him look like he's already through few things, and then attaching the rest of parts. Time for our fire friend, and here I am starting actually with body, just to be sure that it's going to fit into container for resin. When I saw that it's already pretty fine, it was time to move on with head. Here I wanted to make him without one eye on one side. God, what I am doing this to them. But on the other side I gave him normal eye. Maybe I'm not that bad guy actually. For the lower part I made sausages from clay to be his legs and added cutie tiny feet. Later on I ravaged his belly and gave there some guts. With arm it's more or less same stuff as with legs, so just applying small sausages of clay and adding some details to make it look more interesting. After that adding some other detail and attaching head to the body. Bulbasaur was surprisingly easy. I used here chunk of clay and just shaped it to look like Bulba body, and again attached sausages of clay. Then I took sculpting tool with tiny ball on the end and started to stab him all over to give him this
Porous
texture. With that done, it's of course time for another head in this video. Anyway, later connecting head to body, giving him some injuries and giving this flower bulb.
It was at this moment that he knew.
Ah, that's why he is Bulbasaur. So time to put them into oven and wait 20 minutes to get hard. Time to put some primer on them and start painting. Here of course I am applying orange as a base coat and later move on to paint the belly and wounds. For wounds I am using the same color for every Pokemon, so it's going to be dark red. For bones I was using some light brown and shading them with brownie ink. I like to make this combination for bones because this gives them always dirty and all look. After that going back to wounds to give here red ink, so wounds will look more bloody. Let's move on now to our sea creature. Not going to surprise anyone, but I am using here blue as a first color, but later I am applying green wash to give here look of already rotting flesh. For shell I am using same colors as with my Blastos painting, so brown, then stippling some brighter color and shading them with brownie ink. Wounds you have seen already with Charmander and that's the same process, so let's move to Bulbasaur. You know what's coming for him? And after base coat of green I am dry brushing some saturated green, and to be honest I was amazed how nice it starts to look. Again wounds, so let's skip to another part. Here I am using some kind of olive green for the beginning and later again using dry brush technique with very saturated green, and after that applying wash made of green ink. Time to make resin. Remember to always wear mask while dancing with resin. Anyway, while mixing this nasty stuff, I added just a tiny drop of ink to make it a little bit blue. And after 48 hours it was time to take them out. You can already see that I had small issue with them that caused bubbles inside, but to be honest I think it gave here a nice effect of some horror movie. Diorama time! And here as a floor I used hard styrofoam, I don't know name of it in English, and made pattern of tiles with tool and adding walls with wooden sticks. Later on creating details like vent from wood and adding another wooden stick to be pipes in the future. Now you can see something that I made of camera from polymer clay, and this is made to hold our abomination. So we got what we wanted and time to paint this laboratory. Now I am sponging all over the place to create another detail of abandoned room. For walls I used the dark wash, and that was really cool idea because effect was really good in the end. To get it I splashed wash all over and took off with paper towel, so the color stayed in some places anyway. For metallics I'm sponging colors like orange, yellow and red, and after that applied rusty wash to get rust effect. Another cool detail are dry pigments, and these badasses are one of my favorite stuff to use because this gives so convincing look of dirt or dust. Anyway, later doing the wiring and using hot glue to put Pokemon on their places. At the end I am adding here some lime color UV resin to look like leakage of toxic liquid. That's it, hope you enjoyed this cool project. It gave me a lot of fun, but also I learned a lot from it. If you would like to see more of nasty dioramas, go check my last video. Bye!